Well, the holidays typically signal a season of excessive consumption, but there are simple things you can do to help reduce the amount of waste we all generate. Up to 5 pounds a day per person. 5 pounds. There's a lot of people on this earth, too. Our guest knows a thing or two about it. He has been saving his family's trash for an entire year. Yes, an entire year in the basement. And believe it or not, once all the recyclable stuff is gone, only a small fraction will go into the landfill. Dave Comides, also known as Sustainable Dave. He is documenting the whole process on his website, 365daysoftrash.com. Dave joins us from Los Angeles with some tips to make your holidays a bit greener. My first question is, I want to know how it's going, of course, but doesn't it smell at least down there, Dave?
Hi, Don. That's always the first question that everybody asks her. It's usually right after, "Are you crazy?" But yeah, it doesn't actually smell down there because that was next. Okay, so let's move past that one. It doesn't actually smell down there because really what smells in your garbage is your food, and all the food scraps go to the worms and they eat them. And it's actually pretty shocking how clean it is down there.
Okay, yeah, because I saw you had some worms there, but was that a composting that you had made to go through there? Okay. Exactly.
It's a compost unit there.
Okay. Let's go through these tips because you're saying that if you buy holiday food locally, like at local markets, that can help. Well, how so?
Well, basically, the average food on an average American's plate, it comes from about 1,500 miles away. And if you buy locally from a farmer's market, you're talking within about 100 miles, give or take. And you're going to get fresher stuff. You're going to save on the amount of money you spend. You're going to save on packaging. It's just going to be better for you all the way around. And also, you're keeping money in your local community, so you're building up your local community.
A lot of people buy, like, poinsettias and things like that, bring flowers to dinners for the holidays. You have tips for that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're going to bring flowers, that's great, but why bring something that's cut, that basically is something that's going to die in a week? Why not bring a flower that's going to bloom again, bring them something from a local florist, and they're going to enjoy it all year and think about you. You know, it's going to be better than just cut flowers.
It's very interesting because I just went through my cabinet from just doing a little cleaning, and I saw, like, all of these gift bags, a lot of them from Christmas last year, birthday parties, all those things, and they just pile up, and you got to throw some of them away. Not a good idea, you say?
Absolutely. I mean, let's say you're getting a bottle of wine, right? I got one here. You can actually bring one of these things, like $2-3, and basically at best it's going to be used for a bottle of wine some of the time, but it may even be thrown out, which is not great. Or if you head to my website, you can actually learn about furoshiki, which is the art of Japanese scarf tying, and you can tie up a bottle of wine and give them something else. Grab one of these from your wife's drawer, don't tell her, and give them to them.
All right. If I try to do that, the wine would be all over my shoes because it would break on the cement. All right, so listen, here's a pet peeve of mine. I didn't even know I was green. I don't really like eating or drinking out of plastic or paper. I think it's kind of, it's low rent, whatever. So you say don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're having people over, come on, break out the fine china. And if you don't have the fine china, at least use the plates you're using every day. Why? Because just ask yourself, does it make sense to use something that's disposable that you're going to use for 5 minutes, it's going to stay in a landfill for 5,000 years? It just doesn't make any sense.
All right, you have a couple here that I want to get to the last one. You said compost table scraps, which is, that's an obvious one. You can take all the food and compost it. But donate frying oil as biodiesel?
Yeah, if a lot of people like to deep fry their tofu, turducken, whatever they're deep frying this year, and at the end of it, they've used it once. They've got 10 gallons of peanut oil. What are they going to do with it? And a lot of people actually ask me, what do I do with this? Well, the great thing is, if you put it on Craigslist, say you've got 10 gallons of peanut oil, lightly used, some greaser like myself is going to come over with their car that runs on used vegetable oil, and suddenly you've made a new friend. They're driving for free down the street. You've gotten rid of something you didn't want, and everybody wins.
Okay, real quickly, what do you have in your bag there? This is a dangerous question, but I'm being told to ask you.
Oh, okay. What do I have in my bag here? Well, I've got basically my...
There's some sort of plate or something, or a box?
Steel water bottle. I've got all sorts of things, and yeah, this is a big favorite. I'm sorry, I should have had it out. I like to carry things around with me so that I don't have to use disposable stuff like we were talking about. Excuse me. And this is actually a foldable bowl, which I think it cost me like $3. Carry it around. Never have to use another bowl. You can eat soup out of this. You can eat cereal out of it. I mean, basically, let's face it, everything you want to eat, you can eat out of a bowl. And when you're done with this, you could just open it up.
All right. Sustainable Dave. I'll let you open that up, clean it off, and be done. But thank you. I mean, you've taken this to the extreme, but there are at least a couple of tips in here that everyone can use. We appreciate it.
And there's more on the website. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great holiday, okay?
Be good.